So it's all about being a better individual than who you used to be, you know? And it's all about involving your conscious level with the interconnection of God. So we've been talking about 3D, 4D, and 5D. And, you know, there's more densities than that, but let's just focus on our densities where we're having to ascend from now. We're currently in the third dimension, and we're going to need to use our 4D consciousness to connect or integrate our mind with God. And God is always around you, is omnipresent. And I spoke to a woman today about this. She was she works in Target. I was checking out of Target, and I kind of overheard her saying something that was crazy. She was like, "This is just crazy." So I say, "The world is," I lean over because I felt the energy. I say, "Yeah, the world is crazy." And then everything just spewed out. She was having a problem with her family issues, and everything was in alignment to what I was going through. All in all, we both embraced each other, hugged, and cried in the middle of Target because we both understood what God was doing at that very moment. And it was very important for us to acknowledge it because this is how God works. She said it, I said it. She said that people think that I'm not tapped in because I don't go to church every Sunday and this, that, and the third. She said, "I pray every day." And I was like, that's absolutely correct. We don't have to go to a church to find God. You can go to your living room and find God. You can go to nature and find God. You can go to a zoo if you want to. There's going to be God there. You can go to a 21 Savage concert and you're going to find God there because there's, first of all, levels of densities like we were talking. So you have 3 God, 6 God, 9 God. So when we get to that 5th dimension, the 5th dimension is the space where it's unseen completely, and it speaks the language of God. So those dreams are your 4D. And then in order to understand what's happening in the 5D, you relay through the 4D. So potentially and really, you don't ever see the 5D. You know what I mean? It's all a feeling, it's all a frequency, and this is what the God consciousness is all about. So 3D, 4D, 5D, 3 God, 6 God, 9 God. And if you know anything about tarot, y'all go check my video. I just did an hour and a half breakdown. We went through all the tarot, the major arcana. But if you know anything about tarot, you're dealing with the Empress at the 3 God level. You know, that attracts everything. She looks good. She's focused on being cute and, you know, attractive, right? So some people stop at 3 God stuff and they can be vain, but that may be their plight and that may be where they need to stop at in this lifetime, you feel me? But 6 Gods, you go a little bit further and, you know, I always hear 6 God, I just think about Drake. And Draco represents the dragon energy, that Kundalini rising. So in essence, Drake's music balances a lot of people's energy to get to the heart center. Now, what's so beautiful about this is Drake has all types of music, right? So that means you may not like the same type of Drake I like. That's because the Drake that I like, it balances my heart center. You feel what I'm saying? This is how music works. This is how movies work. This is how God works because it's omnipresence. And once you get to a certain frequency, you can realize the 4D potential everywhere you go. So you're walking in 3D, but you should be seeing in 4D so that you can relay and understand what's happening in the 5D. That's when you begin to work as an alchemist, and that 5th dimension is available for you like a table, like the magician on the tarot deck. You know, that table's wide open. It's got all the elements. It's got a little wand. It's ready to go. So you just got to work your magic, and you got to put it together like lemons with lemonade. You feel me? Love.